welcome back, what's going on with you, I don't know. And today we are back with a speed build for Speed Build Monday, which is exciting. So this house was kind of requested by my boyfriend. I've been trying to get him into playing The Sims, and he's that he's that guy who plays The Sims and just like tries to find fun ways to torture his Sims. You know, he's one of those. So he really wanted like a room, like a house with like a room to like lock Sims in. That's not what this house ended up being, because I was like, if I'm gonna put this on the gallery, I want it so people will actually download it. But I will eventually probably make him like a legit house that has like a torture area. And I will upload that when I get to it. But this house just ended up actually looking pretty good. And I'm not usually one to build those modern-y looking homes. And I wouldn't say this is like modern, but it is definitely a bit more modern than I normally would do. So I ended up not doing that. You'll see at one point when I'm doing the floor plan, I try to give it like a back torture room, but then I realized I'm like, that doesn't make sense. They can see it in the windows. So I ended up not doing that, and I ended up making it just like a 2-bedroom house, which the size of this house being a 2-bedroom is like a crime, but it's fine. So yeah, he found this house online, and he's like, I want this house. I want you to make this house for me. And I said, okay, you got it. I'm not going to be able to replicate it perfectly, but I will do my best. And I think it actually turned out pretty good. I don't remember where he found this house, or I would show you guys or let you guys know so you could try and find it as well. It's one of those where the entrance has like higher walls than the rest of the house. So it's like I couldn't fully do it, but I tried. I did try to utilize platforms to make it a little bit more make sense to like how the actual like house looked on the outside. But you know what? It is what it is. I think it turned out pretty good. This does only use, I believe, Eco Lifestyle in the Book Nook kit. I don't think it uses any other packs other than base game, obviously. And I struggled with the roof here because the roof was really specific on the picture he'd shown. I was trying again to replicate it the best I could and have it still make sense. And again, I think I did okay. I think the roof could have been a little better. I'm not amazing at roofs. I'm getting better at them. I used to be pretty good at them, and then I lost a lot of that knowledge because I stopped playing for a while. But you know what? It's fine. But I am back full throttle on the editing and playing. I've been doing a little bit more actual playing than like editing, because doing a lot of editing just hurts my brain. And I'm just, ever since I did those overnights at work last week, my brain has just been dead. It just does not want to work and function at the moment. So I'm going to apologize if there's long pauses in here. I'm also still in the process of using the editing software on my computer, which is not good. I could just buy new software, but I'm trying to save, because my friend and I, guys, exciting news, side note, I mean, this is like part of what I was saying, but my friend and I are going to go see Sweeney Todd in New York with Josh Groban, and I'm so excited. Like, when I was working on the overnights, I was listening to the few songs they released from it, and it was like midnight, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to text her. So I texted my friend, and I was like, hey, shot in the dark, do you want to take a weekend and go see the show? And she was like, oh my god, I was actually going to text you the same thing. So she and I are on the same wavelength. We get each other. So we're going to go see it. I'm very excited. We're going to go probably late October or early November. We haven't officially decided dates. And we're just going to go for a weekend. So I'm very excited. I've never been to New York, so I kind of hate that my first trip's just going to be a weekend. But at the same time, I'm excited to go with like my best friend, especially my best friend from high school. So I've known her for, God, it's been like over 15 years. It's been a very long time. Aging myself, I don't care. But I'm very excited. So, I don't remember why I went into that tangent anymore. Again, my brain is dead. I have to work a little bit, so like I'm doing this video kind of as fast as I can to an extent. But I'm still taking my time. I made sure the video looked okay. Oh, right, brain dead. So you're going to see a few pauses here and there, which I try to take out, like right here. You're seeing one right here. They're not like super, super long. I took out the super, super long ones, or the ones that I look at the timer and it was over 10 seconds long. At least I think I got them all. Honestly, I don't know. I tried. But again, with this editing software, it's not, oh, that's why I was talking about it. This editing software isn't great, so I can't super afford a new, like, good one because I'm saving up to go to New York, and I would like to have actual spending money so that we can go to, like, decent restaurants instead of just like, all right, let's go get McDonald's, you know. I want to actually be like, hey, this is supposed to be a good restaurant. Let's go eat here. She's going to pick out the hotel, so, because she's got miles or something, or hotel points, so either she's gonna be able to cover a decent amount of it or all of it depending on what hotel and the cost and all that. So I'm so excited. Like, I don't even know how to tell you guys how excited. Like, I think you can hear it in my voice. I'm so excited. Unfortunately, that does mean I have to push my Disney trip back because I'm going to go on a solo trip to Disney World because I love Disney World. And so before COVID hit, you know, before the times, I was originally going to go on a solo trip to Vegas by myself, and I was gonna, like, because the resorts are pretty cheap there, and I'd, like, honestly had no plans to even leave the hotel. Like, maybe, like, once I'll walk the strip and everything, but then COVID happened, and didn't go because all the flights and everything were canceled. And then I lost my job, so my money that I'd saved towards that, bye-bye, went to rent, and I just honestly haven't been able to catch up since, and that was back in, like, you know, 2020. So I'm trying to do that again, but this time I'm going to go to Disney World because that's, like, my home away from home. And I've always wanted to, like, actually go to Disney and do everything I want to do and not have to listen to, like, well, I don't want to do that, or doesn't sound fun, and whatever. So I'm going by myself. I was originally going to be going in March or late February or mid-March, but I think I'm going to end up going, I'm going to aim for September, maybe October. I think I actually looked up early October is pretty slow for Disney. It's the late October when the spooky stuff starts. I could be wrong on that, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I have to do more research now that I'm changing when I'm going. Because I could end up really, like, being a stickler on what I'm saving and going earlier. But I know myself well enough that I won't be able to do that. And I want to have, like, a decent amount of money to the point where I don't even have, you can see there's the torture chamber thing. I was like, oh, it's like a hidden closet. I ended up not doing that. You'll see me change it in a second. But yeah, so I could go, like, say, well, I'll just go, like, 2 months later since I'm, like, whatever. But I really, really, really want to have, like, a decent amount of money to spend. So that way it's not like I'm constantly like, oh, I can't afford it. It's like, oh, if I want to eat and drink around the world, I'm going to do it. And if I want to, like, because honestly for me, Epcot's a half-day park. Like, I'll go to the drink around the world stuff and then I'm done. I don't need to be there anymore. And I can just do that, like, the last few hours that they're open. I don't even care. But I would like to go to Harry Potter World as well. So I could do Epcot in the morning and then do Harry Potter World at night. So I'm still deciding. I don't know what officially I'm going to do, but I've been to Harry Potter World twice, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh, even if you're not, like, a biggest Harry Potter fan, my mom's not, and she went, and she was like, this is so fun. I should read these books. It's been a few years. She still has not read the books. I think she's seen parts of some of the movies, but I love Harry Potter World. It's so fun. And butterbeer, oh my god, it's so good. The frozen one, delicious. Anyway, I'm, again, going on this tangent about Disney and whatnot because I'm excited. That, and I have to do a 23-minute voiceover that I am terrible at having conversations about because it's like, how did I put this bed here? And I'm not good at that. I'm not. So it's like a mini diary session for me at this point. So you guys will see when I get to the landscaping that I finally figured out live edit objects. So I got some actual free landscaping, so you're welcome. Sorry, my cat was making noise and I was like, hey, I'm doing a voiceover. You can't make noise in here. I had to shut the door because I'm doing laundry and you can just hear Willow, stop it. I swear to gosh. She's just like, ugh. She sees anything on the floor, she's like, ooh, for me. And then there's my other cat, Princess, who has never been like that. And she's always been like, oh, is that there? It's in my way. She just walks away from it. But she's also 19 now, so I'm sure she did it more when she was younger, but that's my baby. But anyway, so you see, I kind of tried to, again, utilize the platforms. And I had a difficult time figuring out what, like, backsplash I wanted and what, like, wallpaper I wanted. I was originally going to go with that eco lifestyle wood theme because I've been very into, like, the dark browns and greens lately. I just feel like it's very warm and welcoming for me. Not at all what my apartment looks like, because I don't want to paint everything and then repaint it when we move eventually, which hopefully will be in the next couple of years. I do not like the town we live in, but that's beside the point. We also need to figure out where we'd go, what our future entails, blah, 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 things nobody wants to talk about. I also probably shouldn't be saving up for Disney World if that's what we're going to do, but I just feel like this Disney World trip is extremely important to me, and that's why I'm going to go. And you see, I go back to, I don't know what to do, I'm just going to paint all the walls white until I figure it out, because that's always my go-to when I don't know what else to do. Just paint them all white. Because worst comes to worst, it looks good in white when you decorate it. Like, I've had times where I'm like, oh, I don't even want to paint it anymore because the white walls actually look pretty good. I always end up doing it anyway because I feel like it ends up looking better. And then here's me not knowing what backsplash to use again. I also kept going back and forth on the counters and like the layout. Originally, I was going to put the living room right when you walked in. I was going to have like a platform go down and the couch be like inside of where like the square for the platform went down. And it just was like just too small of a space to make that work. Here's one of my pauses that I forgot to cut out. Yeah, it's great. Again, I was just like, once I get use the better editing software, I won't have as many of those when I'm doing my speed builds. I don't mind a few here and there when I'm watching speed builds or when I'm editing speed builds, because it kind of breaks up all the fast paced parts, which helps, because the system I use is just like, you have to use this really fast one, and I don't like it. I wish I could slow it down by like a notch or two, but it is what it is. And I don't, okay, so I love the cabinets that I use, but I mean the like drawers part, the bottom part. I don't like the upper part of those cabinets. I think they don't match very well. I think they work for like industrial builds for sure, but it just doesn't work right the way I want it to. And it does, like, color-wise. That's a huge issue in The Sims 4, honestly, is colors not matching each other. Like, the new Horse Ranch pack, the upper cabinets, have anyone noticed that they don't match the bottom cabinets? Like, it's so frustrating. We did a build yesterday, and, because I was doing no, it wasn't yesterday. It was I don't know when it was. It doesn't really matter. And it was getting so frustrated because the bottom cabinets weren't matching the top, and they were supposed to be the same exact swatch, and it was making me so mad. I don't know if it was the lighting. I don't think it was, but it was making me angry. I ended up just going with it because I do really, really like those new cabinets, but I can only do so much, So as you can see, the style I went for this house was very, like, woodsy, modern-y kind of style. I went for a lot of browns, a lot of greens. You do eventually see some paintings that I found on the gallery. They shouldn't be counted as CC. I don't believe they are. Because I think I checked a few times to make sure they weren't, and make sure I didn't accidentally put any CC in the build so that you guys could actually download it. I will say, anytime there's CC in one of my builds, it's 100% not CC, and if it is, I will tag that there's CC in it. The only CC I had, I've said CC so many times, I'm so sorry. The only custom content that I've had build-wise in my game is if it's from like a mod, which I had the Extreme Violence, I believe, mod on here. Because I did actually use it at one point. It was really fun. I haven't re-downloaded it since the Horse Ranch pack yet, though. Mainly because on one of my personal plays, my toddler has, like, blood face. Like, her face is just covered in blood, and I can't get it off. So I took it off, and the picture still shows her with it on there, so I don't know what's going on. I thought it was a mod for that mod, but I honestly don't know. I'm going to have to look at it in a little bit. But, I have to work today, so I hopefully can get to it. I really wanted to call in today, because I am just, again, so exhausted. I just need, like, a week off after. I don't know what it was about these overnights, because usually I can do them fine, but I just have not been the same since then, and my body has just not caught up with, like, that at all. So hopefully I get back to it. Like, so, like, when I did them, obviously I was staying up all night, so after they were done, my body was, like, used to staying up later, so it wouldn't let me go to bed till at least 1 or 2 a.m., and slowly I got down to 11, and I was like, 11's good, but then the past couple nights, my body has been like, you are exhausted, you're going to bed at 9 or 10. Last night was 11, but I had to work till 10, so that was, but I still, like, I thought I'd be up for a couple hours after I got home from work, just because I usually can't go to sleep after. But I had a coffee, I had a Mountain Dew. That was just stupid. I understand that, but I figured I was going to be awake anyway, so I didn't mind. And yeah, no, I went to bed as soon as I got home because I was just really tired. So, I mean, it is what it is. So here, I think that was a moment where I just tried to change the some of the doors and windows, because my boyfriend doesn't actually have Eco Lifestyle. I was going to buy it for him because when I made this, the packs were all 50% off. And then I was poor again, so I didn't buy it for him. I could buy it for him right now. I have a little money. But, you know, I just keep going off on tangents that you all don't care about. But it's okay. You know, you learn a little about me when I do that. I don't really learn anything about you, but it's really just me talking to myself. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, I'm also trying to start using the tool mod. You don't see it in this build. I think I just downloaded it, but I need to watch like a YouTube clip on how to use it, because I don't even know how to pull it up. Honestly, I don't, but I do know that, like some of the things, like I want to start sizing up the fridges and whatnot. And I do know some creators do put them on the gallery so other people have them, which you are doing God's work. Thank you so much for doing that. So I've used them on a couple builds now. My cat's just looking very inappropriately. That's not very ladylike, young lady. She don't care. I don't care either. She can be herself. She's fine. This is my little Willow. If you guys ever want to see pictures of my cats, I do always tag my Instagram below in the description. I have lots of pictures of my cats. Honestly, a majority of my Instagram is pictures of my cats. My cats also have their own Instagrams. I hardly ever upload to them because I forget and like don't you think about it. But you can follow them and you can like and love all the pictures because they are super cute. My cat Princess is a tortie, so she's very unique colored and pattern and whatnot. And then Willow is a standard issue, like brown tabby. So she's very generic. Willow's the one in here with me. She's a little younger, so she's got lots of spunk. Princess is 19. She likes to sleep, and she's very cute when she does it. But, you know, again, doesn't matter. You guys don't care. You guys are here for the Sims, and I need to keep talking about this build. So you hear, again, you see me kind of going with the browns and greens, trying to figure out what couches I wanted. I always end up going with those base game houses when I don't know what to do, because they're just plain. They work well. There's a lot of different colors. It just always ends up working. I did go a lot more brown in this house than I thought I would. I usually don't try to do that, but I always end up doing it. I'm trying to venture out more. So like I just recorded a video yesterday of every room's a different pack, and it just made me use all these things I never don't normally use, which is always really nice and fun to do. So I had like a kids room was the werewolf pack, which has some cute kid stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't use that room. I wouldn't use the floor. It's interesting. So that video should be uploaded on Friday. I think. I don't have any other videos planned for Friday. So you can see like the paintings there. I grabbed those from the gallery. They shouldn't be custom content, so you should be able to download those just fine. I honestly don't know who made them, but thank you. I have it downloaded on the gallery, so I will definitely use those plant ones again for sure. I put the space picture up because my boyfriend's a huge fan of like space and aliens and all that kind of stuff. So he's like thriving right now with all the alien news. So I put like that one on there for him because this house is technically for him. I told him if he wants to download it, if he likes it and wants to, use it for his thing, I can get on his computer really quick and add a torture thingy for him because that's what he likes to do. And that's okay. I mean, it's fun. I don't do that very often with my Sims, but the few times I have, like I one time had a Sim that I had keep a Sim captive in the basement, and I of course use Eliza Pancakes to keep captive. So that was really fun. And I have a picture of her, a screenshot of her on my game files of her just in the basement crying with blood on her face, and it's really funny, and I just keep it in there to bring me joy. I also am just now realizing I think I put 2 dollhouses in this game. I hope I don't actually do that, but I think I did. Let's watch and see. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I finally realized, oh wait, there's already one in there. So yeah, I added a little kids room, and I think I was venturing more towards a girl, but really you could go either way. It doesn't really matter. Gender is just like a construct or whatever. So that's kind of what I got to where I was. I didn't really have any Sims in mind when I made this house because again, I made this house for my boyfriend, so I had other things in my head when I was making it. But again, as I was making it, I had to do a small little story in my head of who these people were, and the story was Mom, dad, they have one kid. They're pretty well off. I don't know what jobs they do, but they just have a nice home. They just, they do whatever. They have a garden, so they're very into just helping the environment, very eco-friendly, just those kind of people. It wasn't like a big storyline, but it was just whatever it was. Since I discovered the live edit object, well, I didn't discover it. Here's a long pause again. I did find my favorite live edit object tree, and I will tell you when it comes up because I used it in a recent speed build, which I don't remember if I uploaded or not. I'll have to double check because I know I recorded it. But I used it in that house like multiple times, and I used it once here because I love it. I'll let you know when it comes up, but it's the palm tree with the lights on it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It needs to be in the actual game, not just live edit objects. So good. But we are onto the landscaping now, which again, I'm not the best at landscaping. I'm really trying to get better at it. I used to be pretty decent at it, but like lately I just haven't been doing it well. Well, this house is kind of different because I don't normally build in like deserty plant homes. I usually build in like Newcrest or the other one, Willows Creek or Brindleton Bay, which don't really have the same kind of plants. So that's my excuse for this house not having the best landscaping. Not that I think it turned out bad in any way. There's the tree. I love that tree. I think it is so freaking cute with the lights. I wish we had more trees in either live edit or in the actual game that have lights like that because I think that's so pretty. I know there's the one with the lights hanging, which I also love to use, but we just need more things like that. That is so freaking cute, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, I literally, anytime I use a desert house, I'm probably going to use that tree because it works so well. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm so sorry. Again, my brain's dead. I'm like gonna eat breakfast after this, so I'm hoping that'll help my brain. I have coffee. It's only helping me actually talk. But that's okay. It's okay. So, oh, a limo. I don't normally add cars to my lots. I'm really, really hoping that before they end the Sims 4 packs, because it's going to be a minute before the Sims 5 comes out, whether you're looking forward to it or not. I'm really hoping they do like one more expansion pack and they have cars, because I really miss teaching my like teen Sims how to drive when I did in the Sims 3. I used to do that all the time. It was one of my favorite things to do. I don't know why, but it was. So I'm really hoping they do that again. I don't think it's going to happen at this point, unfortunately, but I just have hope in my heart that it will. And maybe if I hope enough, it'll happen for everybody. So we are getting towards the end of this build here. I'm just kind of adding some eco stuff on here. I'm going to do the backyard in a second, which is pretty basic. I don't know why I'm back in the house. I don't remember seeing that. Whatever, it's fine. Sorry if there's some quick cuts here. Again, it was getting frustrating for me on my end with all the, I don't know why I kept pausing so much when I was doing this build. Usually I'll have like a long pause because I like went to go make something and I forgot to turn the camera off, or I don't know what else they are, but I have in times when that happens. So I made the backyard kind of like an interesting shape because I wanted the extra side to be like a little gardening area, because again, I imagine these people were just very eco-friendly. They grow their own vegetables and help the ecosystem and stuff. I put what are they called? The solar panels on the roof there to help with the electricity. So this is like an eco-friendly house, so you could easily use this house in